10 years. Hearts of Iron 4 has been around us since 2016. That's 10 years ago. We have seen a lot of things happen in the Hearts of Iron 4 game and community since that time. We've seen grand multiplayer events, creators rise, creators fall. Incredible updates, bad updates, cool cosmetics, bad cosmetics, great soundtracks, poor soundtracks. The introduction of supply lines and decent focus trees. But most of all, the massive amounts of mods. Arguably, you could say that mods are the thing that has kept Hearts of Iron 4 going for the last 10 years. But let's not take away from the fact that Hearts of Iron 4 is a game that has stood the test of time. So to celebrate the 10-year anniversary, I've decided to go back to Road to 56 with a little bit of a twist. We're playing Road to Anime, baby. That's right, nothing screams celebration like World War II anime girls. For this, we're just going to set a nice, easy challenge just so that we can appreciate what the game is and what the game has become. And we're going to start off as the nation of Italy, Benito leading the charge. And we have one goal and one goal only, the Roman Empire. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull it off, but we can hope so. The only important thing is that we have fun and celebrate the 10-year anniversary with a World War II setting close to the original. And of course, Il Duce Benito Mussolini with Italy's anime portraits. So without further ado, let's hop on in. So starting off on our journey to celebrate the 10-year anniversary, we need to set a big goal. And as Italy, we're going to do that. Because we are here in the Road to Anime mod, that means I not only get the Road to 56 focuses, but I get the joys of the anime mod's portraits. Yes, please. Thank you. Now, part of the Italian portraits is we can go ahead and do struggle for Ethiopia, undermine the Duce, conspiracies, convene the Grand Council, monarchy, Roma. That's right, we're going to go Rome, but I'm not planning on stopping there. This is going to take so much time, it's genuinely going to break my mind, and it's going to throw me off the edge of the nearest cliff, but historically speaking, the world's famous explorers, for example, Columbus, the Spanish explorers, the British explorers, a lot of them originated from Italy. So we are going to build the Roman Empire and then some. That's right, we're going to take the Spanish and Portuguese colonies as well for ourselves. And since technically England up until Scotland's border is a Roman colony, I might take the Roman colonies as well. We'll see. Of course, we've got our construction done and our production is ready to roll, but I'm a little bit confused with this focus tree. If I want to get this, requires one of the following: triumph and conspiracy. So I can win and I can lose, it doesn't matter. Brilliant. Okay, let's crush the Ethiopians. Let's do it. Come on, lads, let's do it. Get to work. Chip, chip. So step one of the grand plan is now finished. That's correct. We've now finally eaten the Ethiopians, which means after I finish the Servizio Informazioni Militare, we can then go triumph in Africa, then go down to convene the Grand Council. In the meantime, I believe there's also the focus over here. There we go. Ministry of Africa. I want to do this so that I can A, get colonial police, and B, eventually create a nice little puppet of the AOI? Is that what it was with the prince leading the charge? I forget the name of it now. But part one is now done. Now, yes, I can go down the aggressive path of Yugoslavia, Albania, Greece, Bulgaria, and it could be nice because the more land, the more factories. I like it. However, we're gonna need to take this slow. If I rush into it, Addy's not gonna be, oh my. Addy, hello. Addy's not gonna be happy. The Spanish are gonna be involved with the commies, and the Yugos are gonna get a guarantee already that they've got with France, Czechs, Romania, but I guarantee the UK are gonna hop in on that too. I'm gonna need to do this very methodically, which in translation, just to simplify it, go very slow, think very hard. So I'll see you when it's time for step 2. In the meantime, colonial management, industry maybe, and trying to get rid of Benito and get the king in. And step 2 has been completed. As you can tell, we have now disposed of Mussolini. However, before I move any further down this part, I have to wait until the monarchist party of the PNM eventually gets to a decent certain amount of support, i.e. 25 support. So I've gone ahead and hired Pietro di Acquarone to be our advisor, and hopefully we can get this to 25% in a decent amount of time. In the meantime, I'm just going to focus on industry, get my industry really, really good, and then I'm probably going to go to army primacy, and then maybe I'm thinking this. I always go infantry for Italy because they don't really have factories for, how can I say, for tanks, but, you know, if we're taking things slow, then maybe I should. Maybe I should. Germany, watch out. God damn, Adolf. God damn. Maybe I should. And just in case you are interested about the leaders of Poland now that they've broken apart, the peasants get the yellow hair. The yellow? The green. And the Senatians get pure as can be. And I'm not going to even bother lying. Stalin looks like an edgelord. Okay, so in the grand scheme of things, this is not really all that important, but I just wanted to show you because, you know, well, portraits and Spain is going to be a jigsaw, but only for a little bit, so I might as well show you the portraits. Portugal next door, they've got Dom Duarte Nuno hugging his little shark. We have Spain looking like this. The fascists are looking, god damn, fascism is interesting. Franco's looking like this. And then the soon-to-be defunct Regional Defense Council of Aragon. Anarchist commune. People of HOI community. People of YouTube, let me ask you, do you like anarchism? Do you like communities? The question has to be asked after the portrait being like that. Listen, I'm a man of reason. Give me a reason why and I'll consider. So, as you can see, there's a lot of red around us right now. Like, a lot of red. And that's because this is the point of view of France. Germany has piped up and they are against the Allies. Mexico was too, but the Americans shut that down really quick. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, Anglo, what does that have to matter with you? Now, I have not been involved because I have been waiting. Yes, I completed my focus for the king. However, I had to wait until this finally got to 50%, and it's been a slow grind. As you can see, we've only just broke it. I'm going to wait for my artillery production to be finished. When this finishes, I'm going to push down the power to the king line, utilize blank shirts, band royal, blah, 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 setting course, Mare Nostrum. Now, this is going to give me a lot of military buffs, annex war goals. I'm not sure we should be calling a focus Caligula's Pride. If you know about Caligula, it's not a good thing. If you don't know about Caligula, save your sanity. Don't be Googling nothing. But again, that's a long way away. So, the game plan is now. We have the advantage. We have the air power ready to rock and roll. I've got decent amount enough fuel saved up to go for it. France is overwhelmed from 3 fronts. Us, Germany, and the Spanish. Yes, we're going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage, but I can just take my troops here and have them guard against the Swiss, like so. Have them move really fast, please, because I don't really have time to be waiting here. And now that they're on the border, we're going to go ahead, declare the war on France. Italy is now involved. Now that we are involved, okay, sure, we've got these types of things here for colonial management. I'm going to ask the Germans to join, which should now make me part of the Axis. Yes. And now we've got that security that we needed, which means my divisions can now start to push through Switzerland, and these troops can now get to work. My 3 down here in Sardinia can push up into Corsica. My 6 down in Libya can start pushing through Tunisia, and my 3 over in Libya can also push into Egypt. While I'm at it, I'm going to call in the colonials as well, so that these guys can shut all this down. It's go time, baby. Let's try. Oh, that's green. I'll take it. Let's do it. And that is Europe finally under control. As you can see, we contributed a decent amount. If we come to We Are at War tab here, 26% of the efforts were ourselves. We lost 121,000 compared to the Germans 900. Of course, they did the most. We managed to successfully take Corsica. The Spanish and Germans are slowly trying to take back the Majorcas, whilst we are securing the lands that are our Roman African territories. I'm going to build some marines as well, and I'm going to use my navy to raid Valletta, as well as Crete. Actually, no, Crete's part of Hellas. We're fine. But I do need to take Rhodes back, as well as Cyprus. That's a threat. And then once all that is done and the Mediterranean is secure, and we can finally let our hair down just a little bit, the goal then will be one thing and one thing only. Mass spam submarines. Build factories like crazy. And, of course, let's not forget naval bombers, because, well, we need to get into the UK somehow, and I feel like that's the best way to do it. But this is thanks to the combined efforts of a very interesting, appealing-looking version of Addy, Crazy Frankie, the Emperor of the Brazilian Portuguese Empire, Hungary, Yugo, Finland, and, of course, our king, Vittorio Emanuele III. Gonna be honest, we've probably got the worst portrait out of all 3. Out of all 3, out of all 4, out of all 5. I don't know, man. Radio. Well, like I said, let me build up. I'm gonna finish this focus, and once my military focus is done, it's time to start pushing and building down our emperor/king form. focuses. English. It's hard. Fast forwarding now to the year of 1946, and we have been through the trenches. I mean, look, 10 years in game, 6 hours played. We're already halfway through a painful run, and I've only just controlled this. Germany, as you can see, keeps falling apart, but now that I'm finally getting involved, things are turning around, which is good. As you can see, the troops from the front line, we've made a little bit of a headway through the Czech. So, game plan is, I'm now going to push through, get the commies and the Polish capped. If I take a look here, there are a lot of losses, a lot of divisions, a lot of everything going on here. This is crazy. My 10% is not looking good, but I'm hopefully going to gain that back. But as it stands now, we are nearly at the total amount of losses. The real world war, I think, was 60 or 66 million or something lives lost. We're sitting here now at 28. Hold on, what's that? Math is hard. 48, 56. We are 4 million losses away from matching the real thing. So I'm going to help the Germans push through all of this, give them a bit of an Italian spark. Once that's done, we've got free India on our side now to help things come through. The Arabic Empire is coming in clutch. A fascist Belgium looking gorgeous. And Sweden identifying as the new order. We're going to get involved, get this all sorted. The Chinese are on our side as well indirectly, which is fantastic. My God, I love that. That's a Genshin portrait. Hell to the yeah. And real talk, China's got some banging portraits. Right, let's get this sorted, and I will see you when hopefully Europe at least is under control and we can focus on North and South America, because now, as you can see, we have fallen even deeper into the pit of despair because we are now nearly halfway to 14 years in game and 9 hours in. This is the world as it stands. Now, Germany did redeem themselves, yes, but that's all thanks to our efforts. We managed to boost up their numbers and patch in their weak spots. We are currently in the midst of guarding the northern coast because, well, England is very hard to get to right now. If we take a look, they don't have many troops, sure, but the Americans... Wait, where are the Americans? The Americans are stacked to the brim, and I can only imagine that also includes a really heavy navy. Now, yes, I do have my naval bombers. However, naval bombers aren't... Oh my God, this game is so badly optimized. The naval bombers aren't doing anything because my factories can't keep up, and I've got no manpower, so it's kind of tit for tat. Now, this problem can solve itself. Once we push the Brits out of Burma and Sri Lanka and the Maldives, which will require me to eventually rebuild my navy that was completely wiped out, we can then focus on Africa. Once we've cleared out Africa, then I would like to build, so we have infrastructure and supply hubs everywhere, so there's nothing chewing away at my manpower except for garrisoning. But to try and numb that out, I might just give the garrisons to Italian East Africa. Everything below here is just going to go to East Africa. That way everything else can be maintained with the power of Italy giving me factories and manpower over time. When that's done and the time is right, we will strike into the heart of England, wipe them out, wipe the Irish out, and then we'll try and work our way into another place of supply despair. That's right, South America. Woohoo! And then maybe the Caribbean, and then eventually America. I mean, look, we've got Denmark, but Denmark aren't at war. We've got Iceland. If I could somehow build a bridge between Iceland and the UK over here, I need to do it. It needs to be done because Germany, listen, unit spam, please help me, please. So I suppose I'll see you in a bit. Maybe 1953, and I've only just got Europe and started heading over west. As you can see, we've managed to get a foothold over here in Honduras. There is a blockade with Guatemala, but I might do a naval invasion to try and work my way around them. We've also managed to get a nice landing in Canada, thanks to my efforts, but the allies are flooding in. So this is all going to be over and done with fairly soon, and then moves on to the next step of trying to make the Roman Empire after dealing with Germany. Now granted, 90% of this was my effort. All Germany did was hold on and I pushed the line. It was my air force, my supplies, my soldiers that did the work. Albeit, they still get most of the effort because of all the destroyed planes from anti-air and, of course, the casualties. But I'm going to do what I do best and take what's rightfully mine in the peace treaty, as I should. I've got amazing generals, a new leader, of course, Umberto, because the old king died, and now we have a femboy, tomboy, Lamia-looking person. I've got no idea what's going on here. But I'm just going to get my troops in line, get a supply network going, as you can see is the plan. And then when all is said and done, finish the Americans, finish the Canadians, and I think that's job done. No, the Japanese need to break as well. Well, hot damn, that's going to take forever. Yay. All right, well, I'll see you when the West collapses, or maybe during the process. I don't know. I need the factories from America. I need them, and I need them now. And then with those factories, I'm hoping I can just start pumping out equipment, planes, boats, manpower, tanks, you name it. I want it. Lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, we finally have some progress. That's right, we have a peace treaty. It took long enough, but it's finally here. I'm going to take what's rightfully mine. After all, I did a lot of work here, but I'll see you post-treaty, and I will show you the just desserts, as it were. And there's your peace treaty, the Treaty of London, and it is disgusting. There's your peace treaty. I missed out on Spain, as you can see. Oh, sorry, I missed out on North Africa, as you can see. I kind of got screwed out of that one. There's a lot going on in hindsight. We need to deal with Australia so that these guys can become territories that we can go to war with, but Australia can wait. While the Axis are trying to go after Australia, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to explore my puppet leaders, which seemingly are interesting, but also at the same time, I'm going to do my level best to prepare, because this alliance is not going to hold. This alliance is not going to go anywhere for me. It's not going to be beneficial. I'm turning my backs on them in a moment, literally in a moment's notice. So we're going to need to build. We have manpower, which is good. We slowly started to build that up towards the end of the war because my troops were, quite honestly, they were doing nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare to get rid of anyone who is in this Axis alliance, and we are going to try and overpower them in any way, shape, or form. So it's 56 now. I'll hopefully see you in 60 when I am very, very, very prepared. Hopefully. See you in a minute. So you're probably looking at this and thinking to yourself, Anglo, what the hell's going on? You said to us you was going to check in at 1960. You said to us that you were going to go to war with Germany after that point. My only defense and my only answer is I don't know. So I had to wait until the 1960s or mid 1960s until all of my building can actually finish up because things were moving that slow. As you can see, we are currently in a state of war against that. Now, the reason why is I left the German faction, and almost immediately they caught me by surprise by declaring war on the Americans, which are my puppet. And I can't even blame it on Addy being Addy, because it's not even Addy, it's Joe. It's little Jojo. Little Jojo's gone and done this. So with that being the case, of course, I'm gonna enact, but I'm surprised because like there's no German troops at all. And I don't know where they are. Like, hold on, let's have a look. They only have 40 to 90 divisions. Listen, I know they got their butts handed to them before I turned up, but I don't remember it being that low. They've got tons of factories. They've got 90... hold on, what's their manpower? Let me have a look at their manpower. Why are they not producing more divisions? I mean, I'm happy that they're not, but still. Okay, listen, I'm not going to complain. It is what it is, and it is what it isn't. I'm charging in. I'm getting this done. Let's go, lads. Let's have party time. Oh, God, the Indians are involved now. That's not good. The Indians are just going to go, oh, no. All right, screw this. You've called in everyone. I'm going to call in everyone, too. It's tit for tat. Call in the puppet associations of Italy. Let's get moving. And just like that, the Germans have capitulated, which is wonderful news for me. There is an incoming raid coming from the Brazilians, so I do need to get my house in order and get ready to come down here and pay the Brazilians a bit of a visit. But as it stands now, the only people I need to take out are India and the Kingdom of Portugal and Portugal and Brazil. I was going to say Ireland. Not Ireland, no. Okay, so game plan. I'm going to clean up all these little pockets. Then I'm going to redirect myself to India. India does need a little bit more love. India does need a little bit more support. So the infantry detachment over here, I'm going to wire them over here to the lovely lands of India, where you've got Marines who are holding the line. Just send over some more infantry. I've got Mexico all sorted now. These boys are just moving into position, and my other army are moving into guarding Italia of the Spanish region, i.e. Colombia. Although, to be fair, I'm going to reroute them. Since Venezuela are not getting involved, I'm going to put them here and have them slowly start pushing down into Brazil. The cleanup crew are going to be working overtime, but you know what? It's all for the greater good. All right, let's get the job done. Forza Italia. So unfortunately, this is as far as my campaign will go. Not because I don't want to, because it is achievable. All I've got to do is break India, and it's pretty much just job done anyway. But unfortunately, the game keeps freezing. It just gets to a point, it gets to like June 10th or July 10th, and it just crashes. The whole thing breaks down. So unfortunately, the video to celebrate the 10-year anniversary is also a video pointing out that things ain't stable, bro. But with that being the case, it's time to draw an end to the video and close off. And I just want to say, you know, thank you to you guys for watching this video. And I don't mean to get sentimental, but not only for this video, but thanks for watching my content for the last 10 years. That's crazy to say, 10 years. We may not be the biggest YouTube channel. We may not have the biggest community, but, you know, I've been making HOI4 content for the last 10 years, and I've been having fun doing it. And, you know, you guys have seemingly enjoyed it as well. And that brings me joy. It really does. And, you know, it really does act as a motivation for me to keep on posting more and more content. But with 10 years being HOI is not a game that's going to live forever as much as we would love it to. So this isn't farewell to HOI, but this is a acknowledgement of, damn, it's been 10 years. 10 years of Hearts of Iron 4. That's incredible. That's a long time. That's way longer than some games go until it gets a sequel. This has been a fun journey. This has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. Hearts of Iron, Paradox, congratulations on 10 years. Not many games can stay active for 10 years, so congratulations. And to you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for enjoying the content. Whether you're a viewer of mine personally or you're just a HOI4 viewer, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my content. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video I do. Until then, Forza Roma, Forza Italia, Forza Hearts of Iron, and Forza Paradox. I see the office. It's right there. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da!